What up, what up? It's Ace OG, back with another topic, back with another video. So the title of this video is going to be how to get monetized quickly on YouTube. So admin notes, thanks again to all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I endeavor to keep pushing the videos out to give you leverage to better it sells. Let's get into it. So how do you get monetized on YouTube quickly? So I know this particular topic has been talked about over the past year extensively by YouTubers, especially Dante London. Shout out to him. I've been making videos about him lately, and I'm gonna get back to making videos about him in a short period of time here, because I definitely got to give some more clarity and some more context to him. But I'm making this video because some months ago, I actually created a YouTube video saying I was a new Dante London. And what I meant by that was that I was going to somewhat take over as what he was doing before, as far as like motivating folks to get on YouTube and how folks can navigate through YouTube and how folks can start making money on YouTube as far as get monetized. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna make this actually a permanent niche for myself, but I will talk about it today. And if anybody wants me to talk about this a lot more, then drop some comments in the comment section below and let me know, and I'll definitely start talking about this a lot more. The fall is about to come here. It's summertime now of 2025, and it seemed like the revenue potential during this time is not that great. Plus, I also mentioned before in another video that YouTube changed their policies for us, like you're able to maximize the commercials that are placed in your video on your own. In other words, at one point you can go into YouTube Studio app and you can place breaks in your video as far as what commercials are going to be published. Now you cannot do that anymore. So, for however long your video is, YouTube is going to randomly start placing commercials inside your videos. So instead of you able to place maybe like 7 to 8 commercial breaks in one video, if it's like 20 minutes or whatever, YouTube may only place 4, right? So that cuts off the revenue potential for a lot of your videos. But during the fall time, going towards Christmas and the holidays, a lot of these companies will start to pay YouTube a lot of money to start placing their commercials in videos, because now folks are starting to spend money, right, because of the holidays. And that means that depending on what you're talking about on YouTube, you're going to have a certain amount of commercials going to be placed in your video that's going to make a lot of money. YouTube takes a cut, and then you take another percentage of what the company is going to send YouTube as far as place that commercial. So with it being summer of 2025 right now, folks that want to get monetized before the fall need to start doing it now, right? And I'm gonna give you some tips as far as like how to get monetized quickly. This is very subjective, and it will not work for everybody. So I just want to throw that disclaimer out there, right? I'm not a subject matter expert. I'm not a YouTuber expert, anything like that, right? I've been on YouTube a little over 3 years now, and I've been monetized for over a year. It took me a while to get there, and my monetization journey was very organic, and there wasn't a lot of things that I read up on or did research on to get monetized. I just got up here and just started talking, man. I just got up here and started talking. I started, trying to push out content that was very, very educational to people. I did do some research on the topic I was talking about, obviously, but for the most part, I didn't have a certain game plan as far as how I was going to navigate YouTube, if that making any sense, right? I just got up here and just started talking, man. And as time progressed, my channel evolved, right? And if anybody wants to go back into my old videos, it might be kind of very embarrassing to see those videos, but you'll definitely see a big difference from the time I started YouTube until now, right? But over time, and especially since I've been monetized, I definitely have done more research on how to make money on YouTube as for AdSense and all these other ways of making money on YouTube. And I want to share this with you guys because like I said, the fall is about to come, I think YouTube is going to start pushing out a lot more commercials to go make a lot of money. And at the end of the day, it's 2025, and the job economy sucks right now. It's bad, yo. It's really bad right now. You know what I'm saying? So any way that somebody can make money on the side, or even make YouTube as a full-time income. Folks are doing that, yo. You know what I'm saying? So any way you can make money extra outside of trying to find a job is worth listening to, right? So there's a couple of things that I want to speak about as far as how to get monetized quickly on YouTube. And then, like I said, it's very subjective. This is not going to work for everybody, right? But I think if you actually do these things, at the very least, you'll have the potential of being monetized quickly. And what I mean by quickly, I mean within the next 3 months, the next 90 days, right? So, number one, and like I said, it's very subjective. This is my personal opinion. I think you have to have a thumbnail that's clickable, because this is your calling card, right? This is what folks see the very first time they see you, right? Even though your thumbnail may not have your picture, your face on it, this is the first thing that they see to come across their feed on YouTube, right? When it comes to them search for something, or maybe they search for something and then your video just randomly came up on their feed, right? So I know for myself, if I get on YouTube and I see actually videos that come across my feed, I would say probably 90% of them I do not click on, because I'll read the title, I'll see the thumbnail, and it's just not pleasable, right? TikTok has fried people's brains, yo. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to attention span, especially for young people, right? So in order for you to get somebody to click on your thumbnail, it has to pop. It has to be something that's going to gravitate their eyes to it. That makes any sense, right? For lack of better words. I do believe that there have been some thumbnails that I've seen in the past that was very generic, right? As far as like, it's literally only that person up on that particular thumbnail. They show their face and that's it. And that's for a lot of times smaller channels would do that, to include myself. A lot of times when I saw folks click on those videos, it's because the person already had a following already. But I have seen some situations to where like they had a very generic thumbnail and somebody clicked on it. That video got probably about maybe like 200,000 views, and now they have a following. So now it's not a real reason for them to change their thumbnails, because now they got a lot of folks that are starting to be dedicated to their channel. But not every single person is gonna be like that. Honestly, if I had to make a guess or take a guess, I would say probably less than 1% of the YouTube content creators will have that type of experience. For real. You know what I'm saying? You're just a person just coming on YouTube right now and you're trying to get monetized, you're trying to make money on YouTube. I would suggest you do not do that. Do your research, get some software that actually creates very good thumbnails, and make your thumbnail as clickable as possible when it comes to your title and the subject you're trying to talk about. That's really big. Thumbnails are big, man. You know what I'm saying? I know, within the last year or so, a lot of folks not really focus on thumbnails and really focus on just the content. But if you're brand new on YouTube right now, you have to really, this is my opinion, you have to really do research on thumbnails and try to figure out, depending on what your niche is, if you have one, how you can transfer that niche to that thumbnail and how to entice folks to click on your video. Somebody got to click on that video for you to get a view. There's no way of getting around that. So you're not going to get views unless somebody's going to click on your video. And that thumbnail, the front facing thing you have to get somebody to start clicking on your video, right? So thumbnails is big, man. It's big. I know a lot of folks that have been on YouTube for a couple years now have seen thumbnails that kind of taper off a little bit, but my personal opinion, focus on thumbnails, man. You know what I'm saying? To get monetized quickly. So the second thing I want to talk about is niching down, right? As far as like talking about a certain thing constantly over and over again, right? So I saw I saw an article on Reddit, Reddit. It's a social media platform, right? I seem like a lot of folks don't really look at Reddit or use it, but I noticed over the last couple of years that anytime I did a Google search or something, there was always a post on Reddit where somebody actually did a deep dive on that particular subject. So I'm a geek by heart. I'm a nerd, right? So I like to read a lot and like to research a lot. So over time, I have noticed and have appreciated how Reddit has been able to give me information when I needed it, especially if I did a Google search. So on Reddit, there was a person up there that actually did an article on YouTube as far as like how to get monetized. And I'm going to sum up what he was talking about. So he said he got monetized in 35 days after making his first video, right? He said after he got monetized, the first month him being monetized, he made $1,700 just off of AdSense. And then some kind of way that quickly he wanted to get a sponsorship with somebody. And that sponsorship paid him $1,800 that month. So you do the math, that's $1,700 plus $1,800. That's how much money he made that first month being monetized on YouTube. As far as like him actually making money on his videos, right? And get this, y'all. His channel was fixing car engines. That's it. Any type of problem with an engine, he would show how to fix it on their channel. And he said he uploaded roughly only 3 times a month. That's it. Now he said his channel about 2 years now. He was just saying that in that particular article exactly how he got monetized on YouTube, right? So this is, like I said, this is like 2 years ago this happened for him. And yeah, I mean, he fixed engines, right? And it makes sense that he's received a lot of views on his videos. And this is the reason why it makes sense to me. Fixing engines, car engines, is a highly searchable, clickable subject. Here's the reason why. Now, I'm talking to guys right now, right? Guys, how many times have you had something break in your house or break in your car, right? And you went on Google and you clicked on, and you actually typed in and searched how to fix something in Google. And either an article came up or a video came up. So I know for myself, in my house, I have Googled how to fix my dishwasher. I have Googled how to fix my washing machine. I have fixed how to switch out a light bulb inside of my oven. Right, there's so many things that I have searched on Google because I did not want to pay somebody to come out there and fix it. And I saw that it wasn't a big deal as far as fixing it, so I just Google searched it. But when I Google searched it, guess what? A YouTube video came up, right? And I sat there and watched that YouTube video. So for folks that actually want to fix their engine without going to a car dealership or a mechanic to get their stuff fixed, they will search how to fix an engine. And because his channel is only about fixing engines, that's the reason why his videos is probably getting a lot of views, right? So I'm not suggesting for somebody to create a channel like that, but what I'm saying is that because of that niche, it's a very specific niche he has, right? And it's very searchable because folks want to learn how to fix stuff. So for him fixing engines as a channel, it makes sense to me to believe that he's making a lot of money on that particular channel and getting a lot of views. It just makes sense, man, right? So number 3, the last one that I'll talk about before I let you guys go, and like I said, I'll talk about this some more in another video. You gotta present your content with enthusiasm. You have to be able to be likable on camera. You have to be likable as far as like how you talk about your subject, right? You got a lot of folks that get up here on YouTube that are not likable on camera, right? I'm just gonna be transparent. I'm just gonna be real, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is no knock on anybody that wants to get on YouTube or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know, how you are in a social media space. You got to know how you are as far as like how you present yourself on camera and on social media as a whole, right? And you got a lot of folks that want to be a YouTuber, but they're awkward, right? They don't have the gift of gab. They don't know how to present themselves on camera. They don't know how to talk on camera. They don't know how to look on camera, right? And that's the big thing, right? Because after they click on your video and they realize what subject you're talking about and it's something they search for, Now you got to be engaged with them. They got to engage with you, right? And I'm telling you right now, the way you look on camera and how you present content is absolutely huge on YouTube. It's huge. I think you can kind of fake the funk a little bit on TikTok, but when it comes to YouTube for the most part is more about long-form content and short-form content. There are YouTube shorts out there you can do, right? And that can make you money. I'm not gonna lie about that, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a lot of folks want to sit down somewhere and watch a YouTube video for a good period of time because they more likely they searched on YouTube for an answer, right? And they want somebody to articulate themselves very quickly and very efficiently when it comes to that particular topic that they search for, right? Now, look for myself, I struggle with this still to this day, right? But I think I've done enough research and I've done this a long enough to where I'm able to engage folks a lot more than what I was before, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a big thing, man. That's really a big thing. So you gotta be presentable. You gotta know how to spit out your content as best as possible to keep your audience engaged, because you may have somebody clicking your video and then 30 seconds later they're clicking off, right? Because you haven't engaged your audience enough. You don't look well on camera, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, I'm just saying like that's a real thing, right? So to sum it up right quick, so your thumbnail gotta be clickable. You gotta entice for the click on your thumbnail. You got to create a channel that's very searchable, right? Now I won't say you have to do it on purpose, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you can get up on YouTube and do what you want to do. That's the beauty about YouTube. You can do what you want to do on YouTube, right? But if you want to make money and get monetized quickly, your best bet is to find a niche that's very searchable. As for like somebody get on YouTube and trying to search for something, or on Google. And number 3, you gotta look good on camera, man. You know what I'm saying? You just got to. And I'm not saying aesthetically to a certain degree. I'm talking about your props, your scenery, right? You know, don't get on camera like you just got out of bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, look kind of presentable, right? Look somewhat decent. So hopefully this helped you guys out, you know what I'm saying, as far as how to get monetized quickly. And like I said, quickly is very subjective. It could be within 30 days, 60 or 90. I'm saying 90 days. So in 3 months, if you do those 3 things, there's a very good possibility you will get monetized within 90 days. So I appreciate y'all, love y'all. Man, I'm telling you, this the YouTube journey is a big thing right now for me, man. And just like anybody else, even when we present this content, I'm trying to make more money on YouTube as well. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you stick with me and rock with me. And catch you on the next one. Say so G, signing out. I'm gone.